Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 17th. We're just going to jump right in here. You start off with this beginnings card. It says something new is emerging or a new source of income. Embrace the power of newness and make room for new possibilities. You have the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. So it definitely could be a new love offer after maybe a heartbreak or a difficult period of time. It's kind of funny because it says you're sleeping. Enjoy the same old... Wait, what does it say? It says you're sleeping. Enjoy the same old things the same old way. So I feel like this is saying, like, you need to wake up to the fact that there is a new beginning that could be coming in for you, especially in love. Yeah, I feel like you're waking... Some of you could be waking up to how attractive you are with the Empress. It's like maybe you feel like you don't get a lot of attention, but you actually do. And, this could be one of those things where you're waking up to it. For some of you, I feel like maybe you've been through, obviously, a difficult heartbreak that you've been healing from. Both of these cards represent healing. And you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a card of winning at all costs. It can represent, really, to me, it's a card of taking a risk. And, I feel like you are kind of taking the risk of, especially in love, like picking a new person. It's like you're not going back to the past, even though you have the Six of Cups here. I don't personally consider the Six of Cups to be an ex coming back, just in general. Even if you read, like in the Golden Tarot, for example, in that book, for the Golden Tarot, it says, do not go back to the past. So, but I do feel like you could be finding a soulmate if you want love. You're the only person this week that has had a lot, like significant amounts of love in their reading for the most part. But you have the Three of Swords, so you're definitely healing from something, even if it's not love. Again, Star and the Empress are just really good cards for healing in general. And it could be any situation. I do feel that for some of you, that you're just like, maybe you're just focusing on your health, or you're focusing on, healing whatever needs to be healed in your life. And, I kind of get that vibe from the reading in general. You do have the Ace of Cups here. I feel like you're entering into a very abundant time. You clearly have that Empress energy there. It's like I feel you're entering into situations that are much more abundant. I also feel there's like better work here is what I'm getting. This cup, it fills itself. It's a self-filling cup, so it doesn't need, all it needs to do is that hand has to reach down and fill itself up again if it needs to be fulfilled. So some of you, I feel like just looking around here, especially if you want money, you could be doing things or starting things, especially if you're having a new beginning in work, clearly because of that beginnings card. It could be something that really doesn't steal your energy. It could be something that really gives you energy or makes you feel more fulfilled. So definitely very good, but it also obviously could be love. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing. I do feel like some of you are guarded against a past person here. It's like I'm wondering if you realize how powerful you are now, or maybe you've had a little bit of a glow up. Of course, this right here is my combination. To me, that's like the true combination of the glow up. The only thing that would make that better is the sun, right? But it's like I feel like you're understanding like your value and all that other stuff, and it's kind of like I see that Nine of Wands here. I feel like this is you sticking up for yourself, so it's like you could be, and I'm not even saying just in love, like if you have a job and you know that you deserve more money because you do more work, I see you kind of like sticking up for yourself, not really defending yourself. It's more like I feel like you could be going to a boss and be like, I deserve more money or I'm gonna go find something else, right? And so I kind of feel that type of energy. With the Three of Swords, yes, I would be careful of a past person. Going this way, Judgment Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. These are the only two cards I consider a past person coming back. I always say with the Wheel of Fortune that it's always a bad idea because Wheel of Fortune can represent repeating a cycle. And so it's like I feel like you need to realize that this is you right here, and there's no need for this to kind of repeat a cycle. I feel like someone kind of missed the boat here, or someone could see how valuable you are, but it's like, why couldn't they see it in the first place? With the Ace of Cups, yes, you have the Three of Swords. Some of you might not even be looking at love, It's like some of you, maybe you were hurt significantly by a past person, and you could be much more focused on your just abundance right now because of this. You could also just be focused on your healing in general. So, that would make a lot of sense. For others of you, by the way, I am getting a different message here as well. Like right here, these cards and this to the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you, I don't know. I get a weird message here, Gemini. I feel like some of you, it's like maybe you have a job, a business, career, whatever it is you do. it's like, I don't think it's bad. Maybe you like it and all this other stuff, but I feel like you maybe have bigger dreams, something else over here that you want to accomplish. And I kind of feel like this is saying, like, the new thing, the big dream is the thing that is going to make you very successful, but maybe you're just having a hard time letting go of your current position. And I feel like this is saying, like, start moving towards the dream. You're going to like it. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. So I feel like there could be some sort of wish here. Star, Nine of Cups. I would definitely make a wish if I were you towards like whatever it is that you're hoping to manifest in your life. I feel like there's a lot of abundance just in general in this reading. Nine of Cups is also a card of bathing in the abundance. So when you get the abundance, I would make sure to be grateful for it. I always tell people something like over the past few years, I've really been practicing kind of stretching out my wins, right? It's like back in the day, I'd have a win and I'd like be like on to the next one, just rush right past it. But I think it's much, much better to really, soak in the energy of a win that you're having, no matter how big or small it is. It's like the longer I think you can stay in the state of winning, even if it's just a small win, the more wins you're going to attract into your life. And the more you do that, the more wins you're going to have. The more wins you have, the more of a winner you become, right? I really am a big fan. Like, I preach this stuff all the time because I just think that we need people to, create more positive feedback loops in their life. The more of that we can create, the better we can make the world, right? And that's what I feel like this is saying. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says, ignoring the little details. I think this is what you did. In a relationship, I feel like maybe you had a person, they came on very strong is what this looks like to me. And I kind of feel like they either put you in a third party or lied, cheated soul with that Seven of Swords. And I feel like looking back on it, it's like you can see all the little tiny things that you just didn't pay attention to or didn't want to pay attention to. Not a criticism. I've done it, right? Totally ignored things that were right in my face. And it's like I saw them at the time, but I just didn't want to believe it. And I feel like this is saying now you're saying to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to ignore the tiny little things. It says appreciate the details. Use the small stuff to your advantage. The small wins. What I was just saying. While everyone else ignores it. Because the small stuff, the hidden, the extra step is what will separate you from the rest and get you ahead in the future. Yes, the little things matter, right? And I feel like that's what this is saying. You have the Star, the Empress, and the Five of Swords. I get a weird feeling here, Gemini. As well. Your whole entire reading is weird for me. I don't know. It's just like giving me a different vibe. None of the cards, like, sometimes I read and I feel like the cards aren't giving me the traditional meanings of the cards, or I feel like they're kind of giving me something different. I feel that for you here. I feel like someone can't believe that you walked away. If you walked away from a person, I really get that feeling here. It's like, it's weird that, going this way, I feel like someone can't believe how defensive you're being. So, again, if you don't want someone back, I would block them. But, I feel like maybe you're being super defensive or you have boundaries put up. And I feel like this person can't believe it. So good for you, Gemini, is what I'm going to say there. I also feel like you're extremely abundant at this time as well. So I feel like there is a lot of abundance, a lot of success coming in for you here. I really feel like some of you were dealing with like a projector, I feel like you were dealing with a person that couldn't believe that someone like you would be interested in them. And so I feel like they I have such a weird story. Like I said, popping to mad. It's almost like you were with a person in the past where it's like they kind of created a story in their head that you were a liar because it's like they can't see how someone like you would want to be with them. So the only way they could justify it is to be like, no, they're lying about all their successes. But now, Gemini, it's all up in their face. Now it's out in the open is what this is saying to me. It's like who you truly are, you're glowing. And I feel like now it's out there for everyone to see. I don't know. I hope this makes sense, Gemini, but that's what I'm getting. Like some of you could be having a major transformation, a major glow up, becoming more successful. Take how it resonates. You have the Five of Swords. Again, this could be a breakup, but again, I really feel this is encouraging you to take more risks because we go Seven of Wands to the World. I do feel a great deal of confidence here where you're becoming more confident. The Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that you're going to be successful. It's like literally just a card of believing something so deep down in your soul, in your DNA, that you become successful just simply because you believe something is going to work. Could be a business, could be an idea, could be a project you're working on, could be anything. But I really feel this is a very powerful reading. Gemini, I feel like you're about to like really stand out in the world. Like you could be becoming more successful, having a glow up, whatever you want to call it. With the Star, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I would learn as much as you can. And, small details, by the way. You have that little details card. So I feel like all the little things matter. I would say no shortcuts. Make sure you're not skipping important things, especially in work or business or your finances. I'm getting like, I actually feel like those things are going to be really, really great for you at this time. Looks like a ton of abundance here, but I feel like it's saying don't skip the little things. With the Empress, you have the High Priestess. Definitely time to trust your intuition. You've had a Pisces showing up in your readings as well. I'm pretty sure it was you, or one of the air signs. I don't remember who, but could be a Pisces coming in for you if you want love. Again, I wouldn't necessarily call this a love reading. It seems to me there is good love stuff here, but at the same time, it just, as I work through this, it looks to me like you're more focused on your purpose here. The Wheel of Fortune is your destiny. And, to me, it's your destiny in the sense that it's like your personal vision for your life. It's basically how you see your life going, whatever that means for you. And so I feel like you have some like bigger dreams, or there's something has changed here, Gemini. Whenever I have a reading like this, that's like super weird, in a good way, to me, it says that you've had a mindset shift or something has woken you up recently. And I feel like this is very recent, maybe the past month or so, where you've had some aha moments, some realizations, probably a combination of all of it. And it's like leading you in a very successful direction. As I always like to remind people, you're going to have to put the work in. This isn't going to just magically happen overnight either. Tarot isn't magic. Nothing just happens. But what I would say is if you're committed, if you use all your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, the Magician card, if you use the tools at your disposal, clearly there is a major achievement coming in for you here. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this Bide Your Time card. It says, follow the signs of the universe, divine guidance, synchronicities, wait quietly for a good opportunity. Yes, I literally said, I did a live, like my last live that I did. I was saying something because I was using the animal cards. It might not have been the last one. It might have been the one before that. I can't remember. But in one of those, the vulture card came out. And I was like saying that, really, I think that vulture energy is probably the best energy everyone can embrace over the next 10 years. Vultures, they are masters of conservation of energy. They don't flap their wings until they see food. So if you ever see vultures, they just soar around in the sky. And I think that is like the solution to the next 10 years at least, is that if we kind of conserve our energy and we really look at the small details and we pay attention for good opportunities in work, business, love, spiritually, health, everything, those good opportunities are going to pay off tenfold. So I really feel we need to look for those jackpots in life. And I want to stress, this isn't the lottery mindset where you're looking for a jackpot that just magically happens. So, I would make sure you're preparing yourself for success and creating your own luck through preparation and learning as much as you can about the things you care about. I'm a big fan of doing this, and, Page of Pentacles, card of studiousness. The High Priestess is a card of mysteries, but it basically says learn about the things that are mysterious to you. I feel like you're preparing yourself for some big opportunities that you could take advantage of big time. You have the Nine of Wands here. Again, like I said, I do feel like you're being defensive towards a person, and I feel that is a good thing, plain and simple. I feel like they want, a person could see you glowing up and they could just want to mess up your day or whatever. So make sure to put up your boundaries. You have the Seven of Wands, which is another card of boundaries, but really I feel this is a card of your beliefs, believing that something is going to be successful. And the deeper you believe it, the more likely it is that you will be successful. So your beliefs are very important. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. Wheel of Fortune is like a change in your fortunes. I do feel like there's a lot more success coming in for you. I feel there's a ton of opportunity for you to move more in a positive direction. Again, I look at the Wheel of Fortune as a solution card. To me, there are a couple of things that we need to do to get the wheel to turn in our favor. Number one, we can use our vibrations. There's a snake right here on the side of the wheel. So by using our vibes, vibe and high, we can get the wheel turning in our favor. We want to be at the center of the wheel because good things and bad things always happen in life. But when we're at the center of the wheel, we're not caught with our pants down. We're able to control what's going on around us. We can also learn these 4 signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. They represent educating yourself, as I've been saying, about the things that you're interested in. And the other thing that we can do is small wins. Get the wheel turning in the direction of winning. So it's if you want to win more in life, start having those small wins. No matter how small it is. I don't care if tying your shoes in the morning is a small win. Celebrate the wins. Drag it out, as I said earlier in the reading, because then you're just going to create more. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for you. So much victory here. So much winning. That's what this reading is. It's a lot of wins. Some of you could be moving here as well. So if you are moving, there could be a lot of success there for you. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands, basically the universe saying I meant what I said, like commit to what you want and don't settle. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Five of Swords, definitely time to take a risk to change your life. I mean, to me, this is just like everything that we're going through. As far as the astrology is concerned, I think we have to take risks. We have to put ourselves out there. Pluto and Aquarius, you have Aquarius right here with the star card. The people that are not afraid to make mistakes, the people who are not afraid to, put themselves out there and, do what they have to do, those are the people that are going to be very successful. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card that says choose a path. There are many paths before you, but you may only choose one. So I feel that the path for you is the new path. Just in general, you have the World, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Swords. The World is what tells me that the path for you is the new path, because in the major arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, then we just start all over again with the World. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's like new opportunity, or there could be like some sort of rebirth coming in for you with the World card. You're like entering into a new world. You have the Six of Cups. And, number one, if you want love, I do feel there could be like a soulmate coming in for you. Doesn't seem like a major focus, but it is here. So, there could be a really solid connection coming in for you in the near future. This, to me, is also a card of a turnaround. To me, the Six of Cups can represent, it's like kind of like a removal of obstacles. Really, it represents a gift from the universe. And usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is we've been bumping up against a wall, like trying to get through it, and it could be the removal of that obstacle. You have the Four of Swords, definitely a time of recovery for you. And again, this might be why I really kind of feel like love is maybe on the back burner for everyone this week. Mercury retrograde, number one. Number two, I think it's a really good time to just like heal, rest, relax, recover. So again, just doing those things would be a really good idea. With the the World, you have the King of Pentacles. If you are attracting love, I do feel it's someone who's focused on something permanent. I also feel there a permanent positive change in your finances. With the Six of Cups, you have the Six of Swords here. If you've been watching me for a long time, you know that I love 2 sixes. To me, 2 sixes is a very positive symbol of like positive change, or to me, it's confirmation for your path. It just says you're going in the right direction, basically. With the Four of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. Could be marriage coming in for you again in the future. Could be meeting a person that you will marry. This is also a card of freedom. And again, we have Uranus and Taurus. With Uranus and Taurus, I do believe that pretty much everyone is more focused on freedom, whatever that means for you. Again, prison is freedom for some people, so it's different for everyone. And I would say like whatever would make you feel more free, more creatively free, whatever would bring you more values into your life would be a good idea. That speculation card will not pop out there. I don't take pop outs. Also, this deck is like, I don't know, whoever created it basically soaked these cards in butter. So, it is super slippery to begin with, but we'll keep that in mind. You have this revenge card, always Gemini. Again, what I would kind of say, like maybe until May, I would avoid, gossip, talking behind people's backs, any of that type of stuff, because we had Mars and Gemini. I am not a big fan of Mars and Gemini, just in general. To me, it brings up revenge, gossip, talking behind people's back, all that other stuff. So I would just ignore it, just in general, and not take part in it. You have this excitement card. Yes, it does see a lot of people have had this card as well, which is interesting. So there could be a lot of excitement, or there could be exciting opportunities that are coming in for you this week. So love it. Next, you have this vision card. Yes, I feel like the clearer you can be about what you want and what you deserve, the more likely it is that you're going to manifest it. So I see a lot of abundance here, but again, no going back to the old story. Again, with Pluto and Aquarius, I think that's the most important thing we can do. It's like if we start increasing our abundance and some old bozo from the past shows up, and if we go back to them, then you're basically telling the universe, I deserve the old life, right? So, some people, I shouldn't say people, because some people always get mad at me. How dare you say I don't go back to my ex who, beat me 3 times a day? I'm like, well, sorry. I mean, maybe that's your lesson to learn, whatever. But at the same time, again, I would say don't go back to the past. I feel like this is saying as long as you keep moving in the direction of the new story, you're going to be successful. You have this eccentric card. Yeah, I mean, again, another card that kind of really represents a sign of the times. It's like the way we do things, the way we find success is probably going to be eccentric, weird, different. So don't be afraid of like unique ideas. And finally, you have the submission card. I love this card, actually. It's like there's this bird, and it's stuck in this cage, but the cage door is open. So I feel like you're much more free. Again, I think that what people need to realize is over the next 10 years, at least, basically until 2033, if you want to get super technical, I think there's like a little bit of a break in like 2027 where, maybe some good things could happen, right? But until that time, I feel like we need to realize that everything external from us is going to say, you're stuck. You cannot move forward. You don't have money. You don't have this. You don't have that. Or there might be laws that get created or whatever. And your job is to set yourself free anyway, to find a way where there isn't a way or where it seems like there isn't a way. Because actually, if you start looking, you're going to find it. It's going to be much easier than you think. So, I hope that made sense what I just said. Probably not. But thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.